Hello, I've been tagged to do the Micah Cummins eReader book tag. My name is Jim. Welcome to my BookTube channel about books, reading and stuff. This is going to be interesting because I've never had a dedicated e-reader. First question, what was the first e-reader you ever owned? I've never owned one. What was your reason for getting one? Yeah, I haven't got one. Were you a reluctant convert or an eager one? I do read ebooks, but I read them either on my phone or on my tablet. The tablet is filming this at the moment. Before the pandemic, I found e-reading was like a novelty. I got a few books for free from Kindle and just to see how it worked. Most of them weren't very good, although there were some that were really good. I really liked Chronothon by Nathan Van Coops. Prompt number 2. What e-readers do you use now? What e-readers do you own? I don't have a dedicated e-reader, as I said. I use my phone. This is a Xiaomi phone with Kindle app on it. And I use my tablet. It's a Samsung tablet, again with the Kindle app on it. And I also have the NetGalley apps on these devices. I don't have a dedicated e-reader. Question 3. Do you read digitally on multiple devices or always on the same device? If you use multiple, how do you decide which one to use? As I said, I've got my phone and I've got my tablet. If I'm traveling, I use my phone. I like having just one device to carry around. But at home, it's more convenient to use the tablet because it's got a bigger display. Also, looking at non-fiction books, the illustrations on the phone are not very big. Question 4. Do you still read physical books? Yes, I do. If so, how do you decide which format to read a certain book in? It depends what's available. Because I live in Georgia, there's not a lot of English books available, physical English books. Last month, I read 6 books and started 2 books. Only 2 of these were physical. This one, H.G. Wells, The Island of Dr. Moreau, and the other one was also Victorian, Bleak House. Also with Bleak House, I also have the ebook version of this, again, on my phone. The other 6 books I read were just ebooks. Question 5. What is something you dislike about reading ebooks? Well, the obvious is they don't have the tactile feel of a physical book. The smell, I'm not too bothered about the smell. I like the smell of going into old bookshops, but I'm not a particular book sniffer. But ebooks obviously don't have the smell, the olfactory sensation. Also with the ebook, it's difficult to know where you are. I mean, it tells you at the bottom of the page, you're on page 737 or whatever, but here, when you're reading a physical book, you can tell how much you've got left to go. And it has this nostalgia buzz, because, again, before the pandemic, most of my reading was physical books, and this is what I've been reading for over 50 years of physical books. Question 6. Would you ever ditch physical books completely and become a sole ebook reader? If yes, why? If no, why not? I probably will still look at physical books, even just for the nostalgia value. Obviously, if I'm moving around a lot, it's a lot easier to move around just with the phone with the ebooks already on it than carrying all this lot with me. Question 7. Where do you get your ebooks? Kindle store, library loans, third-party websites. I don't belong to a library at the moment. I don't get anything from library loans. I get most of my ebooks from Kindle, from the evil Amazon empire, but I usually only get them when they're a deal, when they're less than $3. I got Poppy War last week for less than $3. I also get books from NetGalley and Book Sirens. These are sites where you get books for free in return for a review. You don't have to leave a review, but that's what's expected. I have the NetGalley app on my phone. And finally, who do I tag? I was tagged by Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. Thank you, Greg. And I will tag Caffeinated Covers, MJ at Reading This Life, fantastic channel, Freddie, at Sluggish Reader, Samantha Donovan, The Falcon, and Jolene at Bookworm Adventure Girl. And if you like the prompts, if this is something for you, please feel free to do this tag. I don't think there's any restrictions on who does it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.